So let's talk about retrofits, the focus of this discussion today. What kind of retrofits can happen in cannabis production facilities? So Doug, would you mind helping me kind of walk through the two definitions? This is something that came up when we were preparing for the call.
Yeah, I'll talk on the existing grow ops. So like in Oregon and other states that adopted it first, Colorado, Washington, a lot of them were legacy technology because, well, LED lighting was not quite there yet. So we have currently, this last year, we've had record projects and the most retrofits we've ever done, and that's HID to LED.
Yeah.
So
Thanks.
that's kind of, you have an existing building, existing operation, and we're retrofitting or replacing older inefficient technology with current technology, lighting and other equipment.
Yeah, thanks, Doug. And that's what you're going to talk about a little later in the presentation. And then Dario, why don't you comment on your kind of definition of retrofit involving existing buildings being renovated for cannabis?
Yep. So, and as you know, in Massachusetts, a lot of the cultivation facilities are existing buildings, old mill towns, trying to revitalize communities that were once vibrant in the 80s, 60s, 70s, 80s. So we're looking at a lot of old mill buildings that are prime candidates for these cultivation facilities. So when I hear the word retrofit, I'm thinking of utilizing these existing buildings and fitting them out for the cultivation facility. And oftentimes what that would look like is, if it's in an industrial area, you have existing service coming to that area. But what we found is that a lot of the cultivation facilities that are going in needs an upgrade to their energy, their electrical load. So new transformers, new mechanical systems, new everything basically. So when it comes to retrofitting, that is how I look at it. And I think from the utility company standpoint, also beginning to look at it, on that front. Is it a new construction or is it, an existing building in an industrial zone? And what capacity does that industrial zone have in order to support the cultivation facility?
Yeah, so we're excited to bring you both of those perspectives with the examples today. And so, like I say on the slide, projects in cannabis production facilities might be one or the other or both at the same time, where a cannabis business might be retrofitting an old mill building for cultivation and then also is retrofitting maybe its HVAC systems to upgrade to meet new loads. So we're going to talk about both of those things and how upgrading energy performance can be part of both types of retrofits. So Doug, would you mind walking us through a few of the non-energy benefits that you have seen in the years of retrofitting to efficient equipment from existing technology?
Back to my simple payback category. One thing we talk to growers a lot is lamp maintenance costs or lighting maintenance costs. If you have, roughly, let's say you have 100 grow lights, HID, double-ended HPS. If you want a group relamp, that's $60 a lamp, and that's $6,000 a group relamp. Some growers will do it every 6 months, some a year. It kind of depends because that technology, like many other technologies, depreciates in light output. So if you factor 100 lights at $6,000 a year, one group relamp, that's $30,000 in a 5-year period. And I use 5 years because LED's warranty is for 5 years. So that's how we can compare it. And we hope that you shouldn't have any lighting maintenance costs for 5 years with LED. So that's a $30,000 or more, or maybe less, non-energy benefit.